Hey everyone, my name's Stephanie. I want to welcome you to Raw Into the Looking Glass. I am a licensed esthetician, pro makeup artist, senior tran, a trag. That's a tranny that likes to still do drag on stage. I have a weekly show that I do, and today we're going to be talking a little bit about that in my store. We talk about a lot of different stuff here about the trans community, all of that. And I know there's some of the dressers, especially out there, they really don't like drag shows for whatever reason. We won't get into all of that. But I think it's kind of wonderful because it's the trans women that actually were the driving force. This is Pride Month, so if it wasn't for the trans women and the drag queens, we probably wouldn't have Pride Month right now, because they're the ones that really stood up for our rights and all of that. But it's also a creative outlet. I know a lot of you get scared when you see some of the scary looking clown stuff instead of the actual female impersonation. So I kind of get that. There is a difference and there's room for it all. I'm from the generation, because I'm old, that we made everything. I make all of my clothing on stage, most of my jewelry, and I'll show you this. I just made this. This was all out of broken jewelry and some leftover pieces, like rhinestone pieces I got when what was it, the 99-cent store were around. They would have like 36 of these little plastic rhinestones, for like $1 for 99 cents, and I used to buy them and just set them aside because I love crafting and all of that. And then I had one of those stretch bracelets that was broken, so I used E6000 and of course hot glue. I took it's still warm from, and you can smell the E6000. I took a duct tape roll and then tin foil because that will look great on stage. And it's big and it's kind of heavy, but just so you can see it. And it just makes it kind of fun. And these are what, like these stones, they don't sparkle a lot, but they're great for filler. These stones, I still got to clean this up. These stones sparkle an awful lot, and then the others, they're the Swarovski stones from a bracelet. Anyway, hit like, hit subscribe, share, all of that kind of stuff. I have a little shop in Las Vegas that I do makeovers. I do makeup on everyone, but I do waxing, I sew, I do all of it. And then I have like little wigs and jewelry. And some of the jewelry I made, some of it is, that's the one of a kind stuff. And then some of it, is just the big gaudy stuff you can get a number of places. But I have, most of them are clips, and I have them very reasonably priced compared to especially most places here in Vegas. But anyway, I just want to share that with you. I hope everything is going well. I want to thank you for being here. And for all of you that had asked me about updates and everything that I've been going through, because some of you know that I have kidney issues and diabetes. The good news is I've lost a lot of weight. My weight's always been up and down. It's been very hard to get my sugars back down, but I'm finally on a decent insulin because, yes, for all of you that have come after me and had said, I'm on a very strict and have been diabetic diet, and then I started a kidney diet at the end of December in January, and there was no reason for my sugars to be that high, especially with all the walking and everything I do. And there's just some things they just don't understand. But it is what it is. I'm feeling a lot better. I still take my CoQ10. I've been doing that for years. You know, you got to do whatever you can to stay alive and keep going. We only get one life, and I say enjoy it. So don't stay in the closet. Don't be scared of what people have to say. Just do it. Although if you're going to transition and identify or say you're a woman, then do something to look like it. Do the best you can. Cover your beard. I know not everyone can afford to go to laser and electrolysis and all of that, but you should try to budget it some way. Even if that means putting off your outward transition for a little while, so you can get all that done. I won't even get into the hormones and what they've done, and because there's, to a lot of people, it's very controversial, but it just is what it is. We'll talk about that at another time. But oh, speaking of like pieces on my jewelry, here's a piece, but the stone fell out, and then the whole thing broke. It was like a little, you can still see the string on it. It was like a little straight stretch bracelet, and I have so much crap. I cleaned out my shed, and oh my gosh, the stuff I found, costumes I forgot that I had made. I'd wondered what happened to. I forgot that they got put out there. A lot of broken jewelry that I kept because burlesque and drag, it's a lot alike. Burlesque is our mother when it comes to all of the drag and stuff. They also protected all the tran back in the day. And I'm friends with quite a few of what they call legends. Those are females who've been around for a long time. Technically, my drag mother, he had been trans, then he detransitioned back in the 60s. He worked in a sideshow. He started out looking like Tony Curtis and ended up looking like Jane Mansfield. He taught me a lot. He taught me about sewing and all of that. We were good friends, and that's what a good drag mother does. They don't necessarily buy you stuff, but they teach you how to do stuff. And then what I would consider my real drag mother was when I moved to New Orleans, was Phyllis Denmark, or AKA Randy. He was my landlord, and he was a gay guy, and their relationship, they've been together for like 40 some years now. The epitome of what relationships are about. And I remember talking to my mother about them, and she's like, oh, it won't last. And I'm like, you'd be surprised. But they've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, as we like to say, and they're still together. They live in Florida, and I look at them as family. But Phyllis got me involved in the Mardi Gras cruise, and she taught me how to make headdresses, how to do all the wiring, the wire work, all of that. And it just let my creative juices flow, because I'd been in a seminary, then I went to art school, and I received a master's in fine art, but switched my medium over to makeup many, many years ago. And it just gave me a really good creative outlet, and then it allowed me to put that in to the shows I was doing. And I worked in tourist shows for a long time where I impersonated. At the time, I was doing Marilyn, and when I could keep my weight down, Cher, and did Dolly a lot, but probably my best one was Patsy Cline. I love Patsy Cline. And I just did her at our rodeo, and also did Reba. It was like a lot of makeup changes, but so much fun. And I love Patsy's music. I'm still kind of that country girl at heart. But anyway, it's a great outlet, all types of art. Just do, even if you're a writer, write. It doesn't matter. Do it for yourself. Know that you're important. Know that you're needed. It's like, I know this is kind of a crazy world going on right now, and a lot of people are scared of a lot of stuff, but you don't need to be. We live in a great country, and I won't get into all of it, but I believe that you can make yourself what you want to be. You just have to want it bad enough, and just do it. And I'm talking on a number of levels out there. Always look at the positive. That's what's always gotten me through it, and my sick, twisted sense of humor and my dirty mouth. But anyway, getting older sucks. Cher's like, it sucks, and she's right. It is hard. Getting up every morning, and I have very long hair, but I love wigs, and I love all different colors of wigs. It's so much easier, so much faster. I look at different celebrities over the years, and like Dolly Parton, I adore. Cher, of course I love Reba, but all of them, they wore extensions, they wore wigs, they wore makeup, and they look incredible as they've gotten older. it just takes a little time. And that old-fashioned beauty school, when I was in beauty school, what it taught me was, even if you feel like crap, get up every morning, put a little bit of makeup on, do something with your hair, take a shower, brush your teeth, eat something, and even if you still feel like crap, at least you'll look better and you'll feel a little bit better. So I agree with that, and I do that all the time. So anyway, I have my show on Thursday, so if you're in town, by all means come out. My roommate is one of my special guests this week. Her stage name is Selena Scott, but her real name is Scarlett Scott, and she is an incredible Bette Midler and Barbra Streisand impersonator. She worked for Dan Gore's show Carnival Cabaret for a number of years, and she's traveled all over. She's a good roommate, one of the best roommates I've had, but she pays her bills on time, and that's important, and she has a great sense of humor and sweet. But it's her birthday, and she's now pushing 50. She's going to hate me saying that out loud, but I want to say she's like 46 or 47 is what she's turning. And she looks incredible. She really does. I told her, I go, you just wait, kiddo, until you're my age. Then you're really going to have something to bitch about. With the way up and down and the line, oops, and the lines and the wrinkles. I set up a little light because, a light right here, because it's so dark in here, and the sun is kind of cloudy here because we're supposed to get rain. And I have this big store window with the sun that comes in, so I set a light up just so you can see me. And it helps it because see that no light. And I have lights up here, but they're just, it is what it is. This is all real and unedited, and I hope you enjoy it. Yes, I'm a real tran, older. I can't believe I'm still working in the club scene at my age. I have such wonderful bosses and a lot of really wonderful people that come out every week, and I think they like the dirty jokes and all the nastiness and all of that. But I pulled out some old costumes. I had to take them in. I couldn't believe them, and they were all beaded. I did all the beaded work, and a burlesque legend, when I was talking about burlesque earlier, recently, she died in 2011, and her mentor had a bunch of her stuff, and they had called the club, and they knew me from working in burlesque and impersonating Reba and stuff like that, and it was just like tons of like fabric and rhinestones, and it was just like a queen's haven. It really, it was like you've died and gone to heaven. So I have all of this wonderful stuff. I made an outfit last week using all these beautiful appliques, and then I found a dress that my friend Leslie Michaels had started working on, hadn't finished, so I sewed on it, and then I added all of these appliques from the burlesque woman that had died, and then I'm rhinestoning, even though it has sequins rhinestoning, and it's nude dress, and Leslie had started rouging, but then I had to kind of take it in, and she was going to hand bead the whole thing like the old-fashioned glass beads, and then she decided not to, and then before she died, she goes, here, this dress isn't finished, you're going to have to finish the seams and take it in and do all of that, and here it's yours. And it's on that really good kind of golden tan nude spandex that's real heavy duty that you line a lot of stuff with, and I just did all the appliques on it and doing a number in it, so I'm super excited about that. But anyway, I have in the store, I'm located at 2202 West Charleston, Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm here Monday through Saturday. Monday through Friday is from 10:30 a.m. sharp till 4 p.m.-ish. Sometimes 5 p.m.-ish. If I have a booking later, I go and do a lot of wedding makeup and stuff in the afternoons. Today I have to go at noon, go do a couple of weddings, and that's why I'm pre-recording this right now. And you would think that I would edit it and do better lighting, but it is what it is. And then I'll be back. And anyway, it's summertime and it's hot. It's still okay here. But yeah, I have all the fans in the air at the house and the store going, and I'm not sweating yet, but I can deal with 90 and 100-degree heat. But once it gets over that, it's like, oh, no. And I think we're supposed to be 98 today. But anyway, what was I going to say? On Saturdays, I'm here till 1 p.m. I do accept later appointments by appointment only and after hours. You can check my website out at the letter N, the number 2, into the looking glass.co. And I'll have that down in the oh, what am I trying to say? I'm getting all the brain farts. I need more coffee this morning. Down in the details and all of that down below. So make sure you hit like, hit subscribe, share, all of that kind of stuff. And if you have anything you want to talk about, just put it in the comments. And I know sometimes I get a lot of trolls out there, especially coming after me for being trans or being old or whatever. I don't really care. I don't live inside my own Loki, meaning we all want to look decent. We all want to feel good, but there's so much more to life than just your outward transition. I don't really care what a lot of people think that I don't know. I try to be nice to everyone, but I do have a bitchy, mean sense of humor, and I like that. That's why I idolize Joan Rivers, and I got to work with her for a little bit and loved her humor. She taught me quite a bit. And Dawn Rickles did the same. And I worked with Phyllis Diller once, and that was when the Frontier was coming down, and she did not like cussing by any means. But she was an interesting lady. And I learned a lot from these people. They were like major when I was young, and I looked up to these people and thought they were just, especially Joan, I thought she was just absolutely hilarious. But anyway, you've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly all on me. With makeup, no makeup, light makeup, heavy makeup, all of that. And I'll do some more like next week. But anyway, I just want to thank you for joining in and letting you know what's going on. Everything's getting better as far as the diabetes stuff. It seems like I need my glasses more and more. I do have a little bit of bleeding behind my eyes, but the doctor said that was normal for diabetes, but I have 20/20 vision. But I notice when I get online or if I'm reading like a book, I need to have glasses. But for being a senior and just starting to wear these, I don't think that's a bad thing at all. But anyway, thank you, and I'll take some pictures and maybe some video of the show, and I'll post, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you.